Hello everyone. Today we are starting a very important chapter called What is Government? In our daily life we hear words like government, rules, laws, police, courts, elections, and democracy. But what exactly is a government? Why do we need it? How does it work? Let us learn step by step in a very simple way. Every country in the world needs a government. A government is necessary because a country has millions of people. So, someone must take decisions for the country. Also, someone must make sure that work is done properly. That is why government is needed, to make decisions and to get things done. Government takes many important decisions for the people. For example, it decides where to build roads, where to build schools, and what facilities should be given. Sometimes prices of things like onions become very high. Then government takes decisions to reduce prices. Government also decides how to increase electricity supply, so that people do not face problems. Government does not only build roads or supply electricity, it also works on social issues. Many people in our country are poor and need help. So the government runs different programs to support poor people. This shows that government also works for the welfare of society. Government also provides services which we use in daily life. For example, postal services. We send letters, parcels, money orders, all through government post offices. Government also runs railway services, which help people travel and transport goods. Now children, imagine if there are no rules in a country. People may fight, roads may become unsafe, and life will become difficult. So government makes rules for everyone. These rules help people live safely and peacefully together. Rules are needed for many reasons. Resources must be controlled. For example, water, electricity, forests, territory must be protected. And most importantly, rules help people feel secure. So rules are necessary for a safe and organized society. One major responsibility of the government is protecting the country. Government protects the boundaries of the nation. It also maintains peaceful relations with other countries. This is important so that our country remains safe. The government is responsible for the people. It must ensure that people have enough to eat. It must also provide good health facilities such as hospitals, doctors, and medicines. So the government plays a big role in taking care of citizens. Sometimes natural disasters happen, like tsunamis or earthquakes. At that time, people face serious problems. So the government organizes aid and assistance. It provides food, shelter, medical help, and rescue operations. This is another important work of the government. Now, children, if there is a dispute between people, or if someone commits a crime, where do we go? We go to court. Courts are also a part of the government. Courts help in giving justice and solving disputes. Government is not only ministers and leaders. Many institutions are also part of government. For example, the Supreme Court, Indian Railways, Bharat Petroleum. All these are government institutions which work for the country. Government does not work only from Delhi. Government works at different levels. There is local level, state level, and national level. Each level has its own work and responsibilities. Local level government means the government that works in your own area. It includes your village, town, or locality. It takes care of local issues like cleanliness, street lights, and water supply. State-level government covers the whole state. For example, Haryana and Assam. The state government takes decisions for the entire state, like state roads, state schools, and state hospitals. National-level government relates to the whole country. It works for all states and union territories together. National decisions affect the entire India. Government makes laws, and everyone living in the country must follow these laws. If people do not follow laws, the government cannot function properly. So laws are necessary for discipline and order. Government not only makes laws but also enforces them. For example, if someone wants to drive a motor vehicle, they must have a license. If someone drives without a license, the person can be fined or jailed. This is how the government enforces laws. If someone feels a law is not being followed, they can go to court. For example, if someone is not hired due to religion or caste, that is unfair. The person can approach the court. The court can give orders on what should be done. This is how courts protect people's rights. Now an important question comes. Who gives the government the power to make decisions and enforce laws? The answer depends on the type of government. There are different types of governments like democracy and monarchy. In a democracy, people give the government power. People do this through elections. People vote and elect leaders. The elected persons form the government. And in a democracy, the government must explain and defend its decisions. So democracy means people are powerful. In a monarchy, power is in the hands of a king or queen. The monarch makes final decisions. The monarch does not have to explain decisions to people. So monarchy is different from democracy. India is a democracy. This was not achieved easily. It is the result of a long struggle by Indian people. People in other places also struggled for democracy. So democracy is a hard-earned achievement. The main feature of democracy is that people have power to elect leaders. Democracy means rule by the people. People rule themselves by participating in making rules. So democracy gives importance to citizens. Modern democracies are usually called representative democracies. This means people choose representatives through elections. Then representatives meet and make decisions for the whole population. So people rule through their elected leaders. A government cannot call itself democratic unless it allows universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means all adults in the country are allowed to vote. No matter rich or poor, educated or uneducated, everyone has the right to vote. In the past, voting was not equal. Women and poor were not allowed to vote. Only men with property and education could vote. So women, poor, propertyless, and uneducated people were excluded. This was unfair and unequal. Before independence in India, only a small minority was allowed to vote. This small group decided the fate of the majority. Many leaders, including Gandhiji, opposed this unfairness. They believed voting rights should be given to all adults. In 1931, Gandhiji strongly believed that all adults should have the right to vote. He supported universal adult franchise. This means every adult, whether rich or poor, man or woman, should have equal voting rights. This was an important idea for a true democracy. The women's struggle to vote is called the women's suffrage movement. Suffrage means the right to vote. Women demanded voting rights because they wanted equality. This movement was very important in history because it changed society. During the First World War, many men went away to fight, so women had to take up jobs that were earlier done only by men. Women started working in factories, offices, farms, and hospitals, and they also managed many responsibilities. Slowly, people began to realize that women could work confidently and make decisions just like men. This helped change society's thinking about women's abilities. During this time, a group of women called suffragettes started demanding the right to vote. They protested strongly to make their voices heard. Many of them chained themselves to railings in public places and held public demonstrations. Because of this, many suffragettes were arrested and sent to prison. In prison, several women went on hunger strikes to protest against unfair treatment. Some were even fed by force. These brave protests played an important role in the struggle for women's voting rights. After years of struggle and protest, women finally achieved voting rights. In the United States, American women got the right to vote in 1920. In the United Kingdom, women were first given limited voting rights, and later in 1928, they got voting rights on the same terms as men. This was a major victory for women, and an important step towards equality and democracy. Let's quickly recap what we learned. A government makes decisions and helps to get work done for the country. It provides important services and makes laws for people to follow. Governments work at 3 levels: local, state, and national. In a democracy, people choose their leaders through elections. In a monarchy, the king or queen holds the main power. Finally, universal adult franchise means all adults have the right to vote, no matter their religion, caste, gender, or wealth. That's it for now. Thank you.